want to be a reporter, here's some advice about this racket. Don't ever change your mind. It may not be the oldest profession, but it's the best. Yes, sir.
We know what a world without newspapers would be like. More screaming heads and fewer facts. Greater control by the marketing and propaganda machines. Less accountable government.
I'm sick of being called a hate monger. I am mad as hell, and I ain't gonna take it anymore.
Talked about this before on this show. I mean, the Jeremiah Wright.
No, it's all about defining.
Joe to Bill Clinton twice, and Bill Clinton said no.
Yeah, because I think that George Bush was president on TV.
Obscure tragedy to make a cheap political point.
I'm the father.
It's a cheap political
No, it is.
This is not what Thomas Jefferson had in mind.
What do you do at USA Today?
I have a variety of duties, but at the core of it, and what my passion is looking over our website, making sure it's consistent, making sure there's good quality out there from day to day in an operational function.
Pretty much all markets, all stocks. Bush had canceled a couple fundraising trips so you can meet with advisors to figure out what to do with the economy. O.J. Simpson's trial is still ongoing.
Oil's rising, and 10 o'clock is leading economic indicators.
We launched the Dancing with the Stars blog.
Baseball pennant races continue today, and the Ryder Cup is tomorrow. We're going to blog.
Big thing is the Fed and then these other banks.
Okay, that's it, everybody.
The newspaper world, as well as other media too, including television, is really going through a rough period with companies having to scale back, and that means buyouts. That means fewer people to produce the content, fewer people to serve in the watchdog role as reporters, fewer people to ensure quality as editors. It's a scary time if you've been in this business, because eventually you get to a newspaper, a television station, whatever media it is. You have shareholders, you have an owner, you have somebody that you're responsible for in terms of producing a product that produces revenue. As a journalist today, you're being hit from all sides with bad news. The pro teams that have their own websites, you have the candidates having their own websites, government agencies having their own websites, the people you cover, the institutions you cover, as well as the people to whom you're selling. You have revenues that are decreasing. You have circulation that is falling, while you have pockets of news organizations which are holding their own. USA Today, for example, its circulation has been steady, has been stable. There are a lot of news organizations that that are suffering. Will newspapers survive? Will they survive as a printed product? Will they be as dominant as they have been for so long? The answer, I think, is that they will survive, and I could simply justify that by saying, television did not kill radio, as people speculated. But they're going to have to change. If we can kind of parse out, the content we're producing, and you have the web and you have print working hand in hand, I think newspapers can survive. Media will be changing, and I think that's what's so scary now, because those of us who've been in it for a while see something that that we, number one, fell in love with, number two, didn't change very much, suddenly changing.
The reporting will always have to exist, but as far as the newspaper in itself, I don't know. A lot of people are reading their BlackBerries and iPhones and laptops that weigh nothing, so people are getting information that way.
Like for instance, one of my friends always looks on judgereport.com every day because, he just thinks that news is right there, all the time. That news is just, it's free, it's easy to get, and doesn't really appreciate any of the other sides to it, such as, maybe some of the opinions or op-ed columns or, where the news comes from.
I see the future of print media as pretty dim, but I'm hoping it'll at least last as long as I live, because I don't think the the television news or the internet take the place of the kind of in-depth reporting that you get in a newspaper.
In January 2009, Hearst announced plans to shut down the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. The following month, the newspaper obtained a video of a Kings County Sheriff's deputy beating a 15-year-old girl in a holding cell. The newspaper obtained the video under the state's public records law despite the strenuous objections of the deputy's lawyer. This video was not exposed by a pajama-clad blogger or a talking head. Good luck, Seattle.